Novas, I know it's been a while, but there was a big mix-up with my Ipsy bags in January and February, but hopefully everything is on track for March. So this, as you probably gathered from the title and the photo, this is a review for the Mariana's Trench album Phantoms that came out last Friday, March 1st. So I am a huge Mariana's Trench fan. I've been a fan since, I don't know, 2007, 2008, I want to say. Like very early Shake Tramp days. So it's been a long time. And I may be wearing a Fall Out Boy shirt, but that's because my Mariana's Trench shirt is in the wash right now because I am going to Kitchener tomorrow morning and I needed it for the concert on Saturday. So it's being cleaned. So had to do a backup other pop punk rock band shirt, So it opens up with a track called Eleonora, which is very short. So when I first listened to the album, I was like, I don't really understand this song. Like, I don't know. I didn't really consider it a song. But now I understand it because what Mariana's Trench does, and I love them for this, they do concept albums. So it's not like other artists like Taylor Swift who just has, songs that go on. They kind of mix, but they kind of don't, Like 1989 was just like random songs. Like it didn't, like, like there was no overall theme for it. It was just poppy music, different titles, different ideas. But Mariana's Trench, they do this thing where they have concept albums where they start with the beginning of a story, middle, and end. Like they see it through, like there's a complete theme. Their concerts are usually with this theme and it's amazing. So Masterpiece Theater was like a theater theme, and they had the Masterpiece Theater 1, 2 in the middle, and 3 at the end. So those Masterpiece songs kind of tied in the whole album together. So it would have lyrics from different songs that, kind of like united it. And it was like, okay, I see how this all comes together. It makes sense. Ever After was Toy Story themed, like Toyland type of thing, where they had like the song Toy Soldiers, and you can hear like the marching and the drums, and it all was cohesive. And some of the songs had lyrics from other songs as well, like Ever After was a huge theme. And then Astoria, I don't know, Astoria is a hit and miss for me. Like I do love the album, but again, it's kind of doesn't really coincide with the rest of what Mariana's Trench does and what I like about them. So it's kind of based off the Goonies, the movie from the 1980s, I believe, or 1990s. I think it's 80s though, and it kind of made sense, but it was kind of like pieced together in a way that I didn't really understand where the story concept was coming from. So I was kind of worried about this album. But this album, the story is there. So Eleonora starts off with them chanting, "Hey, do you hear me now? Do you hear me now? On a midnight dreary stay. Stay near me now." And the last song, Killing Kind, has that. So the Killing Kind kind of has a Masterpiece Theater sense about it. And I love it. It makes it make sense, if that makes sense. So I'm interested to see how the concert goes. Tonight is their first concert in Windsor for this tour. It's the Suspending Gravity tour, and Eli Woods and Jamie Fine are opening up for them. So it's going to be a great show, and it's like a few tour dates for this month and next month, I believe. And I'm seeing them in Kitchener on Saturday. So it's going to be interesting how it all, like the theme plays out with the set. And they usually have costumes that go with the show as well. But the thing is, with Ever After, they had all the music videos out. So Josh Ramsey wore one of the items he wore in a music video. Here, not too many videos have been out so far, and then they have had a few songs that aren't connected to this album at all, like Rhythm of Your Heart. So it's going to be interesting to see, are there going to be costumes, the set design, the videos in between. They usually have little clips between that explains more about the story, and you're like, oh my god, this adds more that like I didn't know about before. It's like a whole experience seeing Mariana's Trench, honestly. But it makes it a lot, like, it makes it interesting for sure. So the next song, Only the Lonely Survive, is my top 3 songs. So Only the Lonely Survive, The Death of Me, and Don't Miss Me are my 3 favorite songs off this album, but all the other songs are very close. So like I said, this came out Friday. Today is Wednesday when I'm filming this. I literally know 90% of the lyrics, and I have not looked at the lyrics online to memorize them, and it's freaking amazing. Like, I don't even know how I did that. I also worked a few days. I went home for a day. It's just, I have no idea. So, like, I don't know. Don't know how I pulled it off. I was really worried about that. I was like, why would they release an album a week before the tour? Like, I'm not gonna know any of these songs. But I surprised myself, and I know 90% of the songs, so it's pretty amazing. So Only the Lonely Survive it's just amazing. So you'd have to hear it, like the drums in it, the beat. It's just, the way he sings reminds me of old Mariana's Trench, so it's kind of like nostalgic for me in a way. That, The Killing Kind, and The Death of Me all remind me of older Mariana's Trench songs, so it's kind of, it does have a nostalgic sense to it, which I love. Another good song is Echoes of You, which at first I didn't really like. To be honest, it came out maybe 2 weeks ago as a promotion for this album, and I wasn't feeling it. I was like, I don't know, I don't really like this song. It was kind of weird to me, but hearing the album in order by track, it makes sense. I now love it. I scream at the top of my lungs, honestly. It just pieces it together, which, it's like a puzzle. You can't just have one piece of the puzzle and be like, this is an amazing puzzle. You have to piece it together to see the overall picture, and then you can understand and say, wow, this puzzle is amazing. Like, 1,000-piece puzzle, if you have one, that's very, very little information to have. Don't Miss Me and Wish You Were Here are kind of the same. They're really good. They have like the same like beat to them and rhythm, and it's kind of like a dancey song. And then Your Ghost is kind of a little bit slower, but not too slow, but it's good. It makes me think of like Josh Ramsay going through the struggle of him breaking up with his ex-fiance and her like moving on and stuff like that. Like, he can't get over her, and like he sees the ghost of her everywhere he goes, type of thing. It's kind of romantic and it's kind of sad at the same time, so you have like a mixture of emotions there. Glimmer is amazing. It's definitely it's definitely the slow song on this album, and it's just, it sounds so beautiful. Like, Delicate on Reputation, the Glimmer is this album's Delicate. Like, it's hands down amazing. It just grabs you a different way, and it just makes you feel emotions that you didn't even know you had, and it's just amazing. I Knew You When has been out for, I think, like a few months now. I think it came out in November, and it's really good. I do like it. I've just heard it too many times to like kind of put it in this review, because I feel it's completely separate. It kind of makes sense with the story, but at the same time I'm like, maybe they just put it in because they had already released it, because I know they were still making this album literally until a month ago. Like, basically, like, they were still working on it. So it's like, maybe they didn't have the full concept when they released I Knew You When. They just knew it was a completed song. But I do like the song. It's uplifting, has like the dance beat. The music video is nice. It has some shout outs to previous eras of Mariana's Trench, like the Coats. And then it was basically the debut of Josh Ramsay having his blue hair back, and I was like, thank God, because like I missed his hair so much. It was like killing me to see his hair with the ponytail and the blonde. I was like, I don't know, some girls liked it. I was like, no, like, come back with your fringe, your blue black hair. I need you back. The Death of Me, like I said, is one of my favorite songs on this album, if not my favorite song on the album. And I keep joking that this concert is going to be The Death of Me. It's just so amazing. Like, it's a good song. If you haven't heard it, you should. If you haven't checked out this album, you really should, because it is really good. It does them justice, and it really, I don't know, I felt Astoria kind of let me down, and this is has brought all faith back. It's restored everything, all my thoughts of Mariana's Trench, because honestly, I was losing faith in them, and I thought they were going to go downhill, they were going to sell out, but this album has, it's made me proud and so happy. It's unbelievable. And The Killing Kind, like I have said, it is a masterpiece, theater-like song. It's amazing. It has different pieces of different songs. You have the low tones, the hives, and I don't know, it's just like you can hear everyone singing, and like, you know how they do chanting and stuff, and they kind of do like the Bohemian Rhapsody style, and I really love that with them. Like, they try new things, they experiment, and it always works out for them, and you can really tell with The Killing Kind that they actually put a lot of work into it and thought, and overall the album's really good. You can tell that Josh has been feeling a lot of things lately. I'm pretty sure that he had something going on with him the last album. Not gonna say my thoughts, but pretty sure he was not in a good place, and this album makes me happy knowing that maybe he is in a good place now, and we can only hope for better things in the future with them. So that is my overall review. It's a great album. You should listen to it. It's a redeeming album, if you want to say that. And yeah, it's in stores, it's online, it's on Spotify for free, Apple Music for free, YouTube. Like, why are you not listening to this? If you haven't, you should really check them out, and hopefully they win a Juno for this, because they really deserve a Juno for this. Anyways, that's all for today. Hopefully I see you guys in March if Ipsy does not mess up things and actually ships my package to me. Otherwise, have a great day and hope you have a good week. Bye! So, I also wanted to do a little, shout out of my cute little background here. I have my Game Boy pillow, a little teddy bear with Toronto Maple Leaf sticker my best friend got me, that little yellow thing, can't really see it, but it's a little cat that my fiance surprised me with. He just brought it home from work one day, I think like last week, and then a cat pillow from last Valentine's Day, a porg, a sloth that my cousin got me, and then a sloth with a heart that says "Take your time" that my fiance got me this year for Valentine's Day, and then of course big Toronto Maple Leaf pillow. So my bed is coming along. I have a lot of decorations and pillows for it, which is, pretty awesome. And I got a haircut today.